Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Retired Guy's Garage. All right, well, you'll see in an upcoming video, I kind of alluded to it. I believe this one's going to get posted first, prior to that one, the golf cart video. But I told y'all that I'm in that video. I'm going to be going out on for surgery here. Actually, a week from today. Wow, that came up fast. So videos are going to be a little sparse for about a month or so because I'm going to be nursing a healing knee. So with that being said, I've got a couple small projects I've got to get done. I realized the other day that I have almost nothing left that runs. So that's a real problem. The motorcycle needs a new battery. That's something we're going to tackle today. That's going to be a quick video. That's going to be this video, and then I'm going to shoot another video. The Honda needs a new serpentine belt tensioner, and we're going to go ahead and replace the serpentine belt on that as well. Today, so we're going to get those two projects knocked out. So I've got at least two reliable vehicles left, and I'll go through how I figured out the serpentine belt tensioner was bad on that Honda as well. But first up, I should say, is going to be the motorcycle project. Got to get a new battery in it. As diligent as I am at keeping that thing on a trickle charger, man, I'll tell you, it just seems like I get about 2 years out of a battery, and that's about it. So we've got a new battery. Ordered it off the old Amazon website. It's a gel battery. What is it? AGM? Yeah, AGM battery. I'll drop a link to that down below so that you can see what that is. But without any further ado, let's get started on getting this battery changed out. So I've got at least one more vehicle laying around here to drive. Stick with me, I'll be right back. All right, so as you can see, I've already removed the seat. Very simple process. There's a couple bolts down on the bottom, a couple nuts, and it slides into a bracket in the back. So that takes all of about 5 seconds to get off, and I've already removed the seat. So I'm going to have to go ahead, and of course I failed to go ahead and grab a screwdriver that I need to get that battery disconnected. There's a bunch of wires in here. I don't know why they make this so complicated to get in and out, but they do. What I am going to do is go ahead and disconnect this plug right here, which will maybe. There we go. And that'll help get some of these wires out of the way. There we go. That cleaned it right up. And you can see these two extra wires. That's for battery trickle charger, which I just got a new one. I'll show you that in a second, and I'll also drop a link to that as well. But here's the battery I got off eBay. It's from Caltric. Not sure exactly how you say that, but came off Amazon. So you may be asking yourself, well, why would you order a battery from Amazon? Just go to Walmart. Well, Walmart still carries of course they carry the AGMs, but this battery was $51 or $53 for an AGM, and you're going to pay that for a lead acid battery at Walmart. So I think this was just a better deal, and didn't even have to leave the comfort of my house to get it. So I ordered it. I mean, this one took a little while to get, but that's okay. I really wasn't in a big rush for it. So that's what I ended up doing with matter of fact, I think the battery that's in there is also an AGM from Amazon as well. So, but that's what I ended up doing. So let me go grab a screwdriver real quick, and let's get this battery out, get this swapped out. So pretty simple process. Actually, the hardest part is actually getting the old battery out, because there's just not enough room for my fat fingers to get in there and get a good grab on that battery, and plus the battery cable's kind of in the way as well. So while you're trying to get it out, but just a couple screws. And you do get new screws with the new battery. So, and then there's like a bungee strap kind of thing that clips on in front of the battery. So I guess I probably should have told you this is a 2001. Yes, 2001 Yamaha XVZ 1300. So it's a Royal Star Venture model, and that's what this is. I guess I should have mentioned that to begin with, so y'all knew what I was working on, because this is actually the first time this has appeared on the channel. I forgot about that. Y'all have seen a lot of the, the Trans Am and the Honda and the truck and the, the golf carts and that kind of stuff. Y'all have seen a lot of that, but this is the first time this has appeared on the channel. So, yeah, bought this bike. How long have I had this bike? This is an 01. Let's see, I bought this in 05. So I've had it quite a while. What is that? 05, 18, 19. I've had it, gosh, is that even possible? That I've had this 19. Gosh, that doesn't seem possible, but I think I've had this bike 19 years. Is that possible? Wow. Crazy. But anyway, so let's go ahead and get this battery out and get the new one in. Hardest part is keeping all the wires and crap out of the way to get the battery in and out. And like I said, grabbing a hold of it's not the easiest thing in the world either. Let's see, so yeah, is it? No, this actually, oh yeah, it is an AGM. Okay, I thought it was. So we'll set that aside for the time being. And of course, even though I ordered it for this make and model of bike, we want to make sure that the posts are on the right side, of course, which they are. Drop the new one in place. And now comes the fun part. There's these little nuts that slide in here underneath, and there's a little slot in here that these little nuts slide into that that hold the battery down, the battery connections down, and they just want to root around all over the place, and they don't want to stay in one place. So what I will normally do is I'll take a little bit of grease, put a little bit of grease on the bottom of these nuts, and slide them in place so they don't move around so much. So I'm going to put you on pause for just a second. I'm going to go grab some grease, and let's get this thing in and get it fired up, and hopefully it starts. And I'll show you that new trickle charger I bought as well. Kind of a fancy one. It's got all kinds of meters and digital stuff on it that I have no idea what it does, but anyway, it looked cool on the Amazon website, so I bought it. That's the one I bought. But stick with me, I'll be right back. So like I said, I'll take a little bit of grease and plop a little bit of grease on there, and then on the bottom of the nut as well, and it just kind of holds them in place, especially on this side, because it's going to want to slide out and slide down to the bottom of the motorcycle and never be seen again. So definitely don't want that to happen. And not only that, but the grease will help with preventing corrosion as well. So I've got to grab a rag and wipe off my fingers so I don't get grease all over the bike. I'll be right back. All right, so I went ahead and I got the positive one started, and that's already in. I'm just going to snug that up a little bit. And so the way I've always done this when I've changed out the batteries in this bike is, like I said, this is the battery, this is the connector for the trickle charger. I will slide these kind of chintzy terminals from the trickle charger underneath the battery cables, because that way the bolts, instead of tightening down on that chintzy little There we go. That chintzy little terminal, thin little thing, will actually tighten down and snug down on the battery cables, which are nice and stout. So less of a chance of things going badly. So, all right. So a lot of this wiring is really of no use anymore. This was a bunch of lights that I used to have on here a long time ago that I no longer use. I may put them back on sometime in the future, but for right now, they're not going back on. But actually, part of this plug, the white plug, is actually for the tail lights and stuff, which is obviously important. So, went ahead and resecured the battery with the battery strap, the hold-down strap. Go ahead and plug this back in again. All right, let's see what happens. Sounds good. Off so you don't have to listen to them and that noise for the rest of the video. So that is that. One more vehicle run. All right, let's get the seat back in. There we go. Okay. These two nuts started. If there was any way they could have put this in a worse spot, I don't think they would have been able to find it, because this is a booger to get in. I almost said something totally inappropriate for YouTube. All right, let me get those snugged up, and I'll bring the I'll reposition the camera and show you that the battery tender, and we'll get finished up with this video. Like I said, this was just a quick one. Got next one I'm going to do maybe tomorrow, more than likely tomorrow. Maybe this afternoon, depending on how the weather holds out. Got some rain in the area, so I'm not sure if I'm going to do that one today or not. But we got to get that belt tensioner and new serpentine belt on the Honda, because that's kind of my daily driver now that the truck's broken. But that's a whole nother story. Stick with me, I'll be right back. You just gotta excuse my very messy workbench, because I did not have time to clean it. Anyway, so this is a Next Peak. Got this off the old Amazon website. 12 volt, 24 volt, intelligent pulse repair charger. Sounds impressive, but we'll see how it does. But I do like it because it's got the digital display on it. It gives you voltages, and that gives you what voltage it's charging at and that kind of thing. And it also tells you if you've, not that I've done this, but if you've incorrectly soldered your trickle charger plug on. Like I said, not that I've done that, which I did. Anyway, so I keep a trickle charger on the motorcycle all the time. It's on 24/7, 365, and even that's not enough to keep the battery going for more than 2 years. So, but anyway, it's a cheap investment. This one was very reasonable. It was, I want to say it was $30 maybe, $28, again off the old Amazon website. Of course, I'll drop links to it down below as well. But this one, unfortunately, only came with the alligator clips, which not ideal for this because I'd have to take the seat off every time I wanted to put the trickle charger on. So not ideal for this situation. But what I did was I just cut the quick connect off the old trickle charger and soldered it on, and he shrink the wires. He shrink wrapped the wires, you know what they say, second time's a charm. Did not have it on correctly the first time. Crazy. Anyway, so that's what this is, and we've got a new battery in it and another running vehicle because the Trans Am is out of commission still, and now the truck's out of commission. Again, another story. So, but that one, the truck is not running. Trans Am is also incapacitated. And the Honda is really the only running vehicle we've had for the last week or so, because the batteries, I've been waiting on the battery to get here for this. So, but now we have this, and we can ride this if we need to. But anyway, that is going to wrap it up for this video. And make sure you stay tuned for the upcoming video on replacing that serpentine belt tensioner and serpentine belt on the Honda. And I'll kind of go over a couple other smaller things, smaller repairs I've done to that as well, that I didn't bother filming. That was my mistake. I should have. And the other thing we're going to do on the Honda is, as soon as I find 2 more tires for the new wheels, we're going to get the new wheels and tires on that car. Kind of dress that one up a little bit. I've got a new Accord emblem ordered for the trunk lid that's missing, and the next thing I got to get for it is I got to get a new mud flap for the mud flap that's missing. So that's going to be next video coming up. I've got about a week to blow out of a few videos to keep in queue for the next few weeks until I see exactly how long I'm going to be down. At this point, I'm going to be down at least 3 weeks after my surgery. Hopefully I'll have enough videos, queued up to be able to post them weekly and get y'all some content. As always, really appreciate y'all watching more than you'll ever know. The support y'all shown us has been great, and I really appreciate it. You can always catch me on social media right here on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, right? Yep, Instagram. Had to think about that for a second. Still early in the morning. Have not had enough coffee. At the Retired Guys Garage, and also on X at TRGG2024 on X. So, and if you want to shoot me an email, love to hear from you. TRGG2024@gmail.com. That's TRGG2024@gmail.com. Look for a new look for a new email address. I think I'm going to change that. I think the Retired Guys Garage at Gmail is still available, and I'm going to grab that. So might have a new email address coming up soon. But until the next time, really, again, I really appreciate you watching. Thank you so much for tuning in whenever you can. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. And, of course, feel free to share these, man. Get the word out there. I would really appreciate it. And, hitting that subscribe button and the like button just makes those YouTube analytic things go crazy. So, really appreciate y'all watching. Thank you so much. And until the next one, y'all be safe. And I'll see you soon. Y'all take care. Thanks for watching.